On my last video I was out at Raglan Beach flying around in the wind, and it was very gusty and the sand was just drifting all over the place. And Hubsan did a really good job actually in that sort of breeze. And now that I'm back home and I was having a look at something and picked the Hubsan up and moved one of the props and went, oh, that doesn't sound right. It's all full of sand, so you might be able to hear the motor. First thing I did was just take 2 screws off the bottom legs and get my air gun and give it a good blowout. And as soon as I took it off, you can see all that fine sand. All that sand just fell out of the back, and after just giving them a blow, they feel good. So that might be all we need to do. And then taking this one apart, but inside is 4 motor screws, and undo the motor screws, and the motor will just pop out enough. And then at the back, at the very back of the motor, is this tiny wee circlip, and just be very careful when you pop that off. And then there are 2 brass spacers. On the bottom of the motor you have a circlip, a very fine spacer, and then a fatter spacer. So in reverse order, put the fatter spacer on, the fine spacer, and then the circlip. And then once you've got the spacers off, you can pull the outer cover off and give it a good clean out, and I can actually see sand all through it. Because it's iron sand, it is magnetic and it is stuck in there. There may be another wee spacer, brass spacer, down the bottom of that shaft, so if that's the case, be careful you don't lose that or blow that off. And then on the top of the shaft there's another fat circlip, so keep that separate from these circlips so you don't get them mixed up. So if you're lucky enough to have an air compressor like I have, it's a relatively easy job. So I've given the front 2 a strip down and a clean out, and the back 2 I just put the air gun up and just gave them a blow, and they're a lot better, but they still need stripping down. You might be able to hear it. Quite rattly. These ones clean, super smooth. So yeah, just blowing them out with the air gun is actually going to cut the mustard. And when I found that when I pulled them apart, there was a lot of sand still sitting in underneath these housings here, and there's probably some down the arm, so you really need to get in with the air gun and give them a good blow.